Are you the kind of person who loves to create content but can never find a friend to help you out? Well, I was just like you. And now I have an AI friend who actually follows me around and makes it look like I have a real friend taking video. It's pretty awesome. You should join. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Feiyu Scorp. I'm going to unbox it in just a couple moments. We're going to go outside, do some video shots with the R6 Mark II. It's an older part of the video. Then I'm going to show you a newer part of the video where we're using the R5 II in 8K. It's going to be pretty awesome. And I'm going to show you the capabilities of that with the 14 to 35 on there and then the 24 to 105. With this tracking gimbal, it has built-in AI. It is nuts. But you know what else is nuts? That it's Christmas time in the Hoyman household, because I've got other reviews to do this week, and these are on the list. Can you tell what they are? I'm going to tell you which one of them is. A real quick sneak peek of what's going to come in the future is this 14mm 2.8 RF lens. I'm really excited because ultra wide is my thing. And so I'm going to see what this is like next to 14 to 35 and the 15 to 35. That'll be later this week or next week. But let's get to the unboxing of the Feiyu Scorp. I'm going to show you all the AI capabilities of it when it comes to tracking. We're going to go in my backyard. Then we're going to fast forward into the future where we're using the R5 II in 8K on that, where you can kind of do some manual cropping in, but maintain a 4K image. It is going to be awesome. By the way, that is what is filming right now. It is 4K raw, and this is what it looks like graded. And now we're back to normal. So let's get back to the unboxing, then outside, then we'll come back in and I will give you my final thoughts on this gimbal. All right, this is the Feiyu Scorp 2. I have never owned the Scorp 1, so really I can't compare it. I heard it is comparable, except now you have the AI built-in camera for motion tracking, which gets me super excited about this one. So let's unbox it and see what you get in this box. And then we have this holder. Actually, out of every single crane holder or any other gimbal holder that I've ever had, I'm going to tell you, this is already the best feeling one. This is something I would want to actually take around with me. This one feels good. And then you have the manual here as well, which is actually really well done. First off, let's just open up this pole. So this is the Feiyu extension pole right here. It is super light. It is carbon fiber. Here we go in unzipping this. Now already I can tell you this is probably the best layout I've ever seen putting it in here. Wow, I could travel with this and not feel like I'm going to hurt it. And it's very organized. I think a lot of us are familiar with these tripod legs when it comes to gimbals. You've got one of the plates. This might be attached to this one. There's something hidden in here. Let's see what it is. All right, so this sounds, oh, look at that Velcro. Here is the plate, and I'm assuming we got wow. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what that is for. Here is the lens supporter right here. So this actually will help support the lens if you have a big heavy one. So you would mount your cell phone right there, and your cell phone can be on this gimbal as well. Let's see what is in here. Oh, whoa. And if you need some cables, here they are. Looks like you have an A/B setting. This might be programmable for presets, so we'll have to find out with that. Locking button right there. Let's get this balanced and check it out. Now we are in my backyard, and the thing about being here and doing a solo project is if it's on a tripod, fine if you're just talking right to the camera, but you know, I move around and I move down and I have to stay in frame all the time. But with this magical magical little gimbal with this little built-in AI feature, which is just on the gimbal, not on the camera. So you don't need to rely on a camera or any third-party software with an app or on your phone. You just do this, and all of a sudden it is now tracking you. So I'm on a hill right here. I have to watch out. We have a poop factory here with my little 5-pound dog that likes to poop. But the cool thing is, it is following me wherever I go. Can I lose it? Yes, if I go really fast and I get out of the shot. Here, I'll drop down, and it lost me. But the moment it sees me again, it picks it up. We could just walk out here and it should be tracking. I'm curious for distance-wise though. It seems to be pretty good already. So if I walk over here, it is still following me at a good distance. This is game changing. Other gimbals need to have this feature. This would be huge. So I'm actually gonna walk a little bit further down. What makes me nervous is I actually have this on a carbon fiber tripod, and it may not be the sturdiest. So hopefully this thing, let's see, shake it a little bit, should be okay. I mean, right? If it falls, I'll just get more views, right? It is facial recognition. I think that is the biggest benefit and issue. So obviously for facial, it's looking at you right here. The bad thing is if I turn my head, it may not recognize me. So if I go around here, it lost me completely. And I'm gonna come into sight over here. So I think it's gonna, there we go. It catches up on you. It's kind of crazy. So as long as you are moving and you're looking at it, and it's got the facial recognition, but if it can do something like the new cameras can nowadays, which is not just facial recognition, but back of the head object that is moving, once that tracking gets down, this thing is going to be insane. And if it's anything like Canon and how the R5 II is going to be operating, where it can do AI, knowing that, okay, if I went behind something, it knows that I might come out the other end, and it's looking for that. The other route you could do, okay, watch this. So if you do this, and I'm up here, and then I want to talk about something, but I don't want this thing to be moving around all the time, I can get down into the position I want to get down in. So I'm in the position I'm in, and then we'll stop it. And now it's not moving. Now we can talk right here and do what we need to do. And I don't have to worry about jitteriness or movement. And then we can get it back in, and I can reposition myself, and then we're right back here as well. So now it's frozen and I'm talking to it. This is awesome because now you can use the best cameras that you own. Now you don't have to worry about always calling somebody over to help you with a video. You kind of have your own AI assistant right there. And by the way, if you don't know already, this is the Canon R6 Mark II with the 14-35 f4. And look what I'm wearing. K&F Concept. These guys are awesome. By the way, I've been using these products for the last decade, and right now I do have one of their ND filters on here. It's an ND8, it's a screw-on. The magnetic ones are amazing too. They're in the description below. So the nice thing about having this type of gimbal is it's not just for the sake of video walkthrough or motion, which you definitely can use it for that, but where I'm finding this thing super awesome is in this tracking, especially in the tutorials that I want to be doing in the future, especially with the R5 II, but also with real estate. Yes, I've been prolonging this forever, and that's because I just can't get enough people to help me at a shoot, to help me with these tutorials. And now with something like this, it can track me. Plus, by the way, I think it almost lost me. What you can do, which is really awesome, is in the R5 II, which is, we're in future land right now, before I had the R6 II, but in the R5 II land, this is 8K RAW. It's RAW light, but it's 24 frames per second. And that way, we can zoom in and still have that 4K resolution right on my face. And so this is at 24 millimeters on the 14-35 f4. Again, we are in RAW. So now we've got some nice 12-bit colors. And I also have the IBIS active on here as well. So any kind of micro jitters, it will take care of that. This is 50 millimeters on the 24 to 105 f4. And yes, we are at f4 again, 8K. So I'm just gonna see how this tracks more long distance, or is this gonna be more ideal? Oh shoot. Okay, I did a quick balance. I don't know if this is gonna work well. Again, you do longer lenses on these gimbals and they are a lot heavier. So this is at 50 millimeters, the 24 to 105 f4 at f4. And so it seems to be tracking just fine. Again, you're gonna have a little small margin of error when you're zoomed in. So this is the 50 millimeter. Let's do this. I'm going to go to 70 and then we're gonna go to 105. So let me zoom out. Hopefully this doesn't unbalance it too badly. So, yep, I'm still kind of in the frame. Maybe these further away shots are better. Okay, I actually just skipped all the way to 105 millimeters. So I am not even, I am not even in the shot, am I? Am I? I don't even know. I don't even think I am. I don't think it has my head. Did it cut my head off and it's just my body? I am like, yes. I wonder if I can adjust this. I am headless. So even 50 isn't bad. It does cut me off a little bit, and it might be the balancing on there with this lens. Yeah, because if I come up here, yeah, it cuts off. So I'm thinking 35. So 35 might be the sweet spot when it comes to the tracking, which if you're doing these talking head videos and you want something in the shot like yourself, then I don't think you really want anything super deep anyways. And again, 8K, you can zoom in, you can get and crop into those shots and then maintain a 4K resolution. But let's go to 24. So here is 24, and I think this is ideal because you get more of yourself in there. Obviously with the 14 to 35, you can get that ultra wide all the way to 35. But this, and it balances better, but this is good. So for example, if I'm over here and I'm talking about something, let's crop into 4K right now. And this is how close you can get if you're shooting an 8K for the R5 II. Now I understand not everybody has an R5 II or an R5 that is 8K, but you have that option of cropping in, repositioning a shot, and it almost looks like you have a third camera on you. So not bad at all. By the way, how do you like RAW? RAW Light 8K. It is beautiful. So what did you think of the quality of the gimbal when it came to that tracking? Now I can show you walkthroughs and everything else. I've done that in past videos with gimbals, but what makes this gimbal super special is the fact that it uses a built-in sensor on the gimbal, not even utilizing the camera itself, but on the gimbal tracking every movement. Now I'm thinking with firmware updates, there could be more adjustments, and maybe there are adjustments I'm just not aware of, but I have found that after 35 millimeters, so 50 is probably teetering at the edge of where you want to be, and you want to be a good, probably about 15 feet away at 50 millimeters, where it gets your head in and it's not cropping you out. Now you go to 70, you go to 105, and you are the headless horseman, definitely. So you want to keep it probably at 50 millimeters or less, but to get that interactive communication with your audience and it looks like somebody's actually filming you is awesome. And by the way, point of advice is do use the IBIS on your camera because then it will take out any kind of micro jitters and make it more natural. Now there's many gimbals out there, but when it comes to one with AI tracking, this is the best one that I have tested so far. And I do highly recommend it if you're looking for something that's going to be able to track you and be that second shooter when you are a one-man show. And if that is you, the link for this is below. It does help support the channel. So if you are going to purchase this gimbal, feel free to use that link. And there's going to be more videos, obviously, on the Canon R5 II specifically this week because I am still finding out so much more information on the video capabilities of the R5 II. So we're going to be digging a little bit deeper into the R5 II this week. So feel free to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and you know the routine. There's these videos. I've done them. You may not have watched them yet, and this is your chance to watch them. So please do.